Hey guys, this is Miss Hannah talking to you. Today I'm going to be talking to you about text structure, specifically sequencing. We also call it chronological order. When an author uses chronological order in their text, they're telling you things in the order that the things happen. Okay, so this is an example of what your practice sheet is going to look like. You're going to have a different passage and different questions, but I'm going to be showing you how to answer the questions on your practice quiz. So you're going to be doing that on the Google Classroom, and I'm going to show you how. Okay, so first thing I'm going to start by doing is making sure that I know what my instructions are. And if I go over here, I see that I'm supposed to watch the video provided, and I don't have a video because I am your video. And then I'm going to follow the instructions on the video and complete the quiz attached. Now, if you ever see anything that says Google Forms, that's a quiz. So Miss Melissa and I may not always take them for a grade, but this is what we're going to refer to as your quiz. So ours is chronological order practice, and then this is my passage that I'm reading. So I can open both at the same time. Okay. And there's my quiz. Now I see that the quiz doesn't have any questions on it. The questions are actually here, and I'm going to be answering them on this. So if you see, you can select different answer choices. All right, but first things first, I'm going to start by reading my passage. Okay. The title is Rap Stars. That's kind of funny because it makes me think of like rap music and stars in rap music, like rappers. But I don't think that's what it's going to be about. But let's see. The Egyptians are famous for their mummies. A mummy is the dead body of a human preserved by a special process called embalming. Embalming took a long time and cost a lot of money. First, a cut was made near the stomach of a dead body to remove some of the insides. First things first, I see that my text has that word first right there. And that tells me that they're telling me things in a certain order. And they're starting off with the first thing. That's correct order. So that's chronological order. That's time order, the order in which things actually happen. All right, I'm going to keep going. The insides taken out were dried out and placed in special jars. Then the rest of the body was washed with wine. This helped to kill many germs that were left. Next, the body was covered with natron. Oh, I see that next. That's one of my clue words. So was then. Natron was like salt and took the moisture out. This was very important because water causes a body to rot. The body dried out for about the next 40 days. The wrinkled skin was rubbed with lotions. Last, the body was wrapped in many layers of strips of linen. A sap called resin was used to glue the strips together. A mummy's mouth was usually left open. The Egyptians thought a mummy needed to breathe in afterlife. Many people now think this custom started the belief that mummies could come back to life. A completed mummy was covered in a sheet and placed in a special stone coffin. You could call mummies the very first rap stars. I wonder why that's underlined. All right, let's see our questions. Why was natron so important in the process of making a mummy? So they're asking me about why natron was so important. I would go up to my passage and find where it talks about natron. And they're asking me why is it so important. Okay, I found it right here. It says, next, the body was covered with natron. Natron was like the salt and took the moisture out. This was very important because water causes a body to rot. So the natron takes the moisture out so the body doesn't rot. Let me see my answers. Is it because it took the moisture out of the body? I think it might be. It made wrinkled skin soft again. I didn't see anything about that. It helped kill germs left on the dead body. I didn't see anything about that. And it caused the body to rot in a much faster way. Well, from what I read, we don't want the body to rot, so I would eliminate that choice. And it looks like A is my correct answer. So I'm going to go back over to my quiz, and I'm going to select A. All right, now on to number 2. Why is rap used in the title of this text and in the last sentence? Okay. See, the title is up here, rap stars, and mummies were the first rap stars. So why are they using that word? Is it because it means a kind of music? Well, this doesn't have anything to do with music. Is it because it means to knock on a door lightly? No. It means to arrange a soft material around something? Yes, it does. If you're wrapping something with like wrapping paper, or in this case, the wraps that they wrap the mummies in, they're probably soft. And it means the end of a recording session. Like you wrapped it up. Nah, I don't think that's it. So I think it's probably C, because they're talking about wrapping a soft material around the dead bodies. So I'm going to go with C. Number 3. Which of the following happened first in making of a mummy? So I remember I saw the word first, and it says a cut was made near the stomach of a dead body to remove some of the insides. I see A, the body was washed with wine. No, that doesn't match. B, the body was left to dry for 40 days. No, that doesn't match either. C, the body was wrapped in a cloth. I know that's around the last. And then D, the insides were taken out of the dead body. I think that's correct, because that's why they made that incision. It says first a cut was made to the stomach to remove some of the insides. So I'm going to go with D. My last multiple choice question says, which of the following choices would be another good title for this text? A, Living in the Afterlife. B, Mummies Live Once Again. C, How Mummies Were Made. Or D, Making a Mummy Was Gross. This whole text tells me how mummies were made, so I'm going to go with C. Now, if I look down here, I have a constructed response, but if I look here, I don't have a constructed response. So I'm going to use the question here and answer it using my passage. It says, what structural elements help the reader determine the structure of this passage? So when you're answering a free response question, you want to start by kind of restating the question, but in sentence form. So if they're asking me, what structural elements help the reader to determine the structure of this passage, they're asking me, how is it structured? So I'm going to say, what helped me determine the structure of this passage? I would first say this passage is written in sequence structure, or I'm going to say sequence text structure. Okay, or you could say chronological order. Remember, we said they're both the same thing. I know this because that's my first part. This passage is written in is my first sentence starter. So you would use that in your response if you were asked this type of question, and you will be. This passage is written in, and I said sequence text structure. I know this because, and this is where I'm going to tell what structural elements helped me determine the structure. I know this because it used the structural elements that sequence passages use, like the words first. Actually, I'm going to put quotes around that because I'm actually quoting the text. It used the word first, then, next. Let me see if I can see any other ones in the text. Okay, we see first, then, next. See how these all have that comma after them? That's how I'm picking them out so quickly. And then I see this one, last. Okay, so I'm going to include last in my response as well. And I'm going to say that told me, that's another sentence starter, that told me that the passage told events in time order. Okay? And when a passage tells events in time order, we know that is the chronological order text structure. Okay? And then I would just submit. And let's see what happens when I submit. Okay, I can view my score. And I see that I got 4 out of 6 points, but my other 2 points are from here. And